As we already have discussed in our previous two videos, how to calculate the capital and revenue expenditures. And then we also have discussed the basic concept of depreciation. Here in this example, we are going to understand again, in other words, we are going to revise how to calculate the cost of machine. While calculating cost of machine, it means we are calculating total capital expenditures. Remember, total capital expenditures or the cost of machine is always shown in balance sheet. The secondly, we are going to understand depreciation. Here we are going to understand depreciation with the help of a straight line method. So, in our previous video, we only discussed the basic understanding what is depreciation, but here we are going to understand depreciation with the help of a formula, that is a straight line method. And then finally we are going to compute the gain or loss on sale of machine. So at the end I am going to explain you how to calculate or compute the gain or loss on disposal or on sale of machine. And at the end, as you can see in the requirement, we also have to pass journal entries or prepare journal entries of all these computed results. So all these results which we are going to compute must be recorded, or how to record in journal form. So let's start from how to calculate cost of machine. Here you can see in this example, ABC firm is importing a machine on January 1st, 2010, and list price of the machine is given, that is 1 million or 10,100,000. Then on the very next line, the supplier is offering us 5% discount. So we can calculate the trade discount, that is equal to 5%. I think we are making an error while calculating the discount. Let me check again. So here we are calculating 5% trade discount is equal to 50,000. Now subtract the trade discount from list price, we get the trade price. Secondly, we can read here in the second line, we can see the supplier is also offering us a cash discount, that is equal to 4% if the payment is made within 15 days, or otherwise no discount is offered and payment must be made within 45 days. This is also called the terms and conditions of the cash payment. You can also see here, I have also mentioned here, the supplier is offering us 4% cash discount if we pay the amount within 15 days or even 15वें दिन भी अगर हम पे कर दें, और otherwise no discount is offered and payment must be made within 45 days. So now we are assuming, or here it is mentioned already, it is mentioned here, the ABC firm has availed the concession period. That means the amount was paid within 15 days. So we are calculating cash discount here, and cash discount is equal to 4%. Right, now we can subtract the cash discount from the trade price. So we get the result of cash price. Cash price, or we can also say it is equal to bill price or invoice cost. So you can also write here, it is your bill price or invoice cost. Now remember, the other capital expenditures must be added as discussed in our previous videos. Here we are going to ignore the revenue expenditure. So you have to be very careful. You can only write here the capital expenditures. So let's see here in our example, we can see here the 5% sales tax is also paid. If we are purchasing a machine, we have to pay 5% sales tax. let's calculate 5% sales tax. Sales tax is actually an example of capital expenditure. Then you can write the transportation charges, which is equal to 25,000. It is again capital expenditure. Installation and testing charges, again capital expenditure. So you can write here. Package charges is also your capital expenditure. You have to write here. Then next is the insurance in transit is your capital expenditure. Import or custom duty, again it is your capital expenditure. So write all the capital expenditures here. And finally the registration charges. So now you can make the total of capital expenditures. Now we can add the cash price. Remember, we have to add here. Normally student makes mistakes and they subtract. Actually we are calculating the total capital expenditure including the cash price and the other capital expenditure. So now the cost of machine has been calculated here in this example. Remember the paragraph which is shown after the capital expenditures, this paragraph, during loading and unloading, if any part of the machine is damaged during loading or unloading, it is actually a negligence, so it will be considered as a revenue expenditure and not the capital expenditure. Also, we also have discussed the next is the 100,000 was paid for fire insurance premium, which is paid for 3 years. So again, it is our future planning, or we are paying insurance for the future period. So it also be considered as a revenue expenditure. So revenue expenditures are only recorded in a journal entries and not shown while calculating the cost of machine. Now the capital expenditures is clear and the revenue expenditures are also cleared here. We all have calculated the cost price of the machine. Now the next step, as I told you, we are going to calculate the depreciation with the help of straight line method. What is depreciation? Already been discussed in our previous video. An estimated utilization of any tangible fixed assets over its useful life. So straight line method, the formula of straight line method, you start from the cost. So write cost of machine, copy from here the cost of machine. You need to subtract the scrap value or the salvage value. So here you can see the salvage value is given to you. The salvage value is given to you in the paragraph. You can see here the scrap value, that is 200,000. I am writing here 200,000. Now subtract the salvage value from the cost of machine. Remember, subtract salvage value from the cost of machine and not from the list price. So in this way we have calculated depreciable cost. Now what is the life of the machine? If you can read the question here, the life is given which is equal to 5 years. So I am writing here 5 years. Now we have to divide depreciable cost from the life of machine. In this way annual depreciation has been calculated, which is equal to 2,10,320 rupees. I repeat the formula of straight line method. How to calculate depreciation with the help of straight line method. Write cost and then subtract scrap value or the salvage value or the residual value from the cost of machine, and then result must be divided from the life of machine. So the formula is cost minus scrap value and then divided by life in years. So we get the result that is equal to annual depreciation. इसका मतलब ये है कि हम ये अंदाज़ा लगा रहे हैं कि हम मशीन को एक साल में जो इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं, डेप्रिसिएशन का मतलब ये होता है कि एक साल में जब हम मशीन को इस्तेमाल करेंगे वो बराबर होगा 2,10,320 के, क्योंकि हमने मशीन जनवरी में ख़रीदा है. एज वी कैन सी इन अ वेरी फर्स्ट लाइन, वी हैव परचेज्ड मशीन इन January 1, 2010 and depreciation is always calculated at the end of accounting period. So the first period ends at December 31st, 2010. तो जनवरी से स्टार्ट हुआ और दिसंबर में ख़त्म हुआ the first year depreciation is equal to 2,10,320 and accumulated, again इसका रिजल्ट भी सेम ही रहेगा. What about the second year? As the formula suggests, it is a straight line method. If we construct a graph, then it will be shown in a straight line. So depreciation for each year will remain the same. Again, I am writing here depreciation for the year December 31st, 2011, and here we are going to accumulate the depreciation. Remember, this is accumulated depreciation. ये 2 साल का depreciation जमा होके accumulation हो गया है. Again, write the third year depreciation. Again, will remain the same, and then you can accumulate all the 3 years depreciation, which is equal to 6,30,960. And annual depreciation here will remain the same, and accumulated depreciation, that you will have to add all 4 years depreciation. So in this way, annual depreciation and accumulated depreciation have been calculated. Now we have to compute or calculate gain or loss on sale of machine or gain or loss on disposal. So let's see how to calculate the gain or loss on disposal of machine. First of all, you need to calculate, or you need to write here the cost of machine, the actual cost of the machine here. And up till now, we have utilized or we have used the machine equal to 8,41,280 rupees. तो सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, हमने मशीन की कॉस्ट में से एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन को माइनस कर दिया, तो हमारा आंसर आ गया बुक वैल्यू और द बैलेंस. दिस वी ऑलरेडी हैव लर्न while calculating our balance sheet. You might have remembered while constructing the balance sheet, we used to subtract accumulated depreciation from any tangible fixed assets. So the machine accumulated depreciation have been subtracted from the cost of machine. Now, very important part you have to understand here, the amount we are getting from the market. This is the book value. Remember, it is a book value. 4,10,320. If we are getting more than the book value from the market while selling our machine, so we may say we are at gain. Or if we are getting less than the amount our book value, then we have to say we are going to loss on disposal of machine. So let's see how much amount we are getting from the market. Here you can see on December 31st, 2013, the machine was sold. You can see here the machine was sold on December 31st, 2013 at rupees 2,25,000. So I am writing here 2,25,000. This is a market value and it is a book value. We are getting less amount than our book value from the market. So it means what we are saying that on sale of machine we have suffered loss. So loss on disposal on machine, or I can also say a loss on sale of machine. So up till now we have calculated or we have completed the initial requirements A and B. We have computed or calculated cost of machine, the annual depreciation with the help of straight line method, and then we finally calculated the gain or loss on disposal of machine. Why have we calculated depreciation for the 4 years? Why? Because depreciation का मतलब ये होता है कि जितना वक्त हमने मशीन को इस्तेमाल किया है, हम सिर्फ उन्हीं ईयर्स का डेप्रिसिएशन कैलकुलेट करते हैं. आप यहाँ देख सकते हो कि हमने जो मशीन ख़रीदा है वो जनवरी 1st 2010 को ख़रीदा है और हमने अपना मशीन जो सेल किया है वो दिसंबर 31st 2013 को सेल कर दी. तो हमने 4 साल मशीन इस्तेमाल किया है. जितना वक्त हम मशीन इस्तेमाल करते हैं उतने ही ईयर्स का हम डेप्रिसिएशन भी कैलकुलेट करते हैं. Our next step is to record all these computation in a journal form. So now let's see how to make recordings. As we already have discussed, this also, that how transactions are recorded in a journal. The very first transaction is the cost of machine. So very first transaction we have to calculate the cash price. I am writing here machine account is debit, machine is an asset account, asset is debited, and the cash is paid, cash is current asset, asset is reducing, so we are writing at the credit side. On the debit side, machine account, which is asset account, is increased at the debit side, and cash again is it is a current asset account which is decreasing, we are recording at credit side. तो पहली एंट्री आप सिंपल ये बनाओगे, मशीन आपका डेबिट हो गया, कैश आपका क्रेडिट हो गया और कैश प्राइस से एक एंट्री बन गई आप. The next entry you have to record all the capital expenditures at debit side. Remember, expenses are always recorded at the debit side. तो ये जितने भी capital expenditure है मैंने इन सबको debit कर दिया है. And again, increase in expense account is recorded at the debit side. These expenses are debit and we are paying cash, so I am writing cash at the credit side. Hopefully second entry is also clear. Now the third entry is related to the second entry. We are closing all the capital expenditures by writing at the credit side. I can say we are closing all the capital expenditures, or I can also say we are transferring all the capital expenditures by writing at the credit side. And we are transferring the capital expenditures into machine account. क्योंकि ये सारे एक्सपेंसेस हमने मशीन में ऐड किए थे कॉस्ट ऑफ मशीन में, तो एक्सपेंस को मैंने क्रेडिट साइड पर लिख के जीरो बना दिया और मैंने कह दिया ये हमारी मशीन की कॉस्ट में चले गए, तो मशीन अकाउंट डेबिट हो गया. रिमेंबर इन आवर क्वेश्चन देयर वर टू रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स आल्सो गिवन. इनको हमने कहीं पर भी डिस्कस नहीं किया था. एज आई टोल्ड यू, वी कैन ओनली मेक द जनरल एंट्री ऑफ द रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स. So let's see the amount of revenue expenditures from our example. Here you can see during loading and unloading a certain part of the machines were damaged and repair cost 40,000, and then future fire insurance policy was equal to 100,000. Okay, so repair cost is equal to 40,000 and fire insurance is equal to 100,000. So we are writing here at the debit side, and on the credit side again cash is paid, so cash is recorded at credit side. Now let's discuss how adjusting and closing entries are made. Let me explain you how adjusting and closing entries are recorded. Okay, you can see the depreciation for the first year here, the depreciation for the first year. So adjusting entry is always made at the end of accounting period, and for the first year the end of accounting period is December 31st, 2010. So how we are going to record an adjusting entry? We are writing depreciation expense on the debit side and accumulated depreciation on credit side. I repeat, depreciation expense on the debit side and accumulated depreciation at the credit side. And on the same date we also have to close the depreciation expense. Remember, the items shown in our income statement must be closed by writing on the opposite side. So here we have adjusted depreciation expense by recording at the debit side, and here on the same date I am writing depreciation expense on the credit side, and it is closed into profit and loss account. You can also close in maybe in some other account. For example, I have closed here profit and loss account. There are students who used to write also expense and revenue summary account. Or you can also close it in income account, income summary account. So we can close depreciation and expense by writing profit and loss account. You can also close it by writing expense and revenue summary account, or you can write also here the income summary account. It all has the same meaning. So we have recorded the adjusting entry and we have also recorded the closing entry. Then for the next year, that is December 31st 2011, again the same entry would be passed, adjusting and closing. And remember, for the 2011 we are writing amount from here. ये सिर्फ एक ऐसी एग्जाम्पल है क्योंकि स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड है, इसलिए तमाम ईयर का आंसर हमें सेम नज़र आ रहा है. अदरवाइज जब हम एडजस्टिंग और क्लोजिंग एंट्रीज बनाएंगे तो हम उसी ईयर के आंसर से बनाएंगे. सो वी हैव ऑल्सो recorded adjusting and closing entry by writing amount from December 31st 2011. Same entry has been made for 2012 and same for 2013. Now you need to understand the last recorded entry, which is very important to understand. To calculate this, now this computation, how this computation is shown in general entries. Okay, the gain or loss on sale of machine. If you realize in this computation, a machine, an asset account is increased, and on the other side an asset account is also decreased. When we sell our machine, we receive cash. So you can see I am writing cash on the debit side. You can see here I have written cash on the debit side by writing 2,25,000. This is the selling price of the machine. I can also write the accumulated depreciation. I am closing the accumulated depreciation here. Let me explain you. आप देख सकते हैं इससे पहले जितनी भी हमने एडजस्टिंग एंट्री बनाई है उसमें accumulated depreciation आपको क्रेडिट साइड पे नज़र आ रहा होगा. ये फर्स्ट ईयर का है, फिर ये सेकेंड ईयर का accumulated depreciation है, फिर ये थर्ड ईयर का है. अब क्योंकि जब हमारे पास मशीन ही नहीं रहा तो accumulated depreciation को भी हमें क्लोज करना है. तो ये तमाम accumulated depreciation हमारे क्रेडिट साइड पे लिखे हुए हैं. अब मैं इसको क्लोज कर रहा हूँ बाय राइटिंग एट द डेबिट साइड. अगेन एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन का अगर आप क्रेडिट और डेबिट साइड का टोटल करेंगे तो आपका आंसर 0 बनेगा. ठीक है, तो एक तरफ हमारे पास कैश इंक्रीज हो रहा है, उसको मैंने डेबिट कर दिया. दूसरी साइड पर हमने देखा हमने एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन को भी क्लोज कर दिया है. और अगर आप नोट करें हमारा लॉस हुआ है. लॉस इज ऑलवेज रिकॉर्डेड एट द debit side. Expenses, losses and the discount are always recorded at the debit side. So इसको मैंने डेबिट कर दिया. अगर ये इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, आपके एक्सपेंसेस इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, आपके लॉसेस इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, डिस्काउंट इंक्रीज हो रहा है, तो ये डेबिट साइड पर रिकॉर्ड होगा. और क्या कौन सा ऐसा एसेट है जिसको आप सेल कर रहे हैं और आपका वो कम हो रहा है? वो मशीन था. तो मशीन की कॉस्ट आप कहीं से भी लिख लें, ये आपकी मशीन की कॉस्ट होगी. तो इस तरह से आपका डेबिट और क्रेडिट दोनों इक्वल हो गया. इसका मतलब हमारी कंप्यूटेशन बिल्कुल सही है. मैं ज़रा इसका साइज बढ़ा दूं ताकि आप इसको चेक कर सकें. हमारे डेबिट और क्रेडिट साइड दोनों इसमें इक्वल हो गए हैं. एंड वी कैन ऑल्सो राइट डिस्पोजल ऑफ मशीन नॉट एट गेन एट लॉस. यू कैन राइट सेल ऑफ मशीन और डिस्पोजल ऑफ मशीन एट लॉस. So hopefully this complete question is clear to you.